The following podcast contains strong language and ridiculous cartoon scenarios conjured up by two self-proclaimed comedy wizards. Between you and me, they're more like Saturday morning court jesters fueled by sugary cereal. But either way, the opinions expressed and presented are mere musings, so please humor their well-intentioned hijinks with a laugh and not by taking anything they say seriously. Unless, of course, you want to pay them to say something else. Could always use a new pair of shoes.
Hello and welcome to ReviewParty.com. I'm Brent.
I'm Matt.
This is a show that does comedy. It's super cool. We usually forget to tell everyone how cool it is.
It's really cool.
You know how it goes with cool stuff. You don't know it's cool until someone tells you it's cool.
Hey man, you know Frito-Lay's brand chips are cool?
Hey, did you know calling one of the most recognizable brands you have in the world, just changing that to X? That's pretty cool. Just change the name to the most cool letter, and you're pretty much going to fix your company.
Yeah, that's what they use on Family Feud when people get wrong answers. They use an X. It's the coolest thing there is.
Yeah, it's not to show bad things. It's just so the audience goes, whoa, every time they see it. Got to keep the audience fired up between the takes. You know, Harvey's getting old. He's not the entertainer he used to be. His mustache falls off and stuff if he gets too crazy between takes.
Don't you dare slander his name.
I'm just picturing his face after someone said something slightly sexual for an answer.
Oh.
Comedy podcast. We get the comedy. We get the comedy sort of fuel from the internet. From internet reviews from places like Amazon, Google, Yelp, TripAdvisor. That one's easy because it has lots of syllables. I have one.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we'll start with this one. It's a quickie, but I think it'll set the tone. And, you know, it's a real, will take us to the max. Because this is from Amazon. It is for the Hubba Bubba Max Bubble Gum Strawberry Watermelon Flavored Chewing Gum 5-piece 18-pack.
Hubba.
This is the strawberry watermelon. I think it's got the watermelon on the outside and the strawberry core.
Dude. When they thought of that, they really did it.
Yeah, I kind of was, when they first started doing those, this bubblegum has two colors. I was kind of like,
I don't know.
I don't know about that. I think only Dr. Pepper can have only one flavor at a time. Or more than one flavor at a time. I don't know if gum can. But then I had one of those, is it Trident, where they make the little sandwich out of the flavors? Yeah,
that's madness.
But don't take it from me. Take it from Paul S. Some people call him Paul's. They titled it, Doesn't Last Long. They write, this gum has changed from years past. I used to be able to chew a piece for several hours. Now it only lasts about 1 hour. Will begin to disintegrate in your mouth. 4 stars.
Hey, that's just expediency. That's nature. That's like M. Shyamalan's Old Beach at work in your mouth.
Sure. Just so you shouldn't be upset that the gum didn't last longer. You should just be happy that nature is running its course.
Yeah.
That there's some sort of Ouroboros type beauty going on contained within you.
Or maybe you just got a bad batch of gum. I think that's what happens when you have old gum, is it just sort of, I don't know gum chemistry per se, but I think it just breaks down a lot easier if it's old.
Yeah, I hate to break it to people getting these good deals on Amazon, but they're not good deals for the fun of it. They're good deals because this is overstocked crap that someone wants to ship out or make a quick buck turning. That's just the Amazon landscape these days. You can't trust any product you buy on Amazon these days. It's crazy. What I was thinking from this review, Matt, have you ever chewed a piece of gum so long it simply disintegrated?
Not completely. But yeah, old gum can get there. Or like, if he gets, no, it's usually just, it's like, if I'm about to go on a trip And I'm like, oh, let me grab the backpack that I always take on the plane. Oh, yeah, I had some gum in here. And it's been like 2 years. Oh, sick pineapple trident or something. Let me take a piece of that. And yeah, it's just sort of like, it turns into a paste. So I don't let it get to disintegration stage. I just, that's no good. Toss it.
Right, but this has lasted an hour. There's no way it is at that, like, stale gum doesn't even gummify level. I think this was gum for an hour, and he simply chewed through the atoms. If gum starts to become lose its buoyancy, the gumminess, I'm over it. I can put in another. I have never even gotten close to it atomizing in my mouth.
Breaking down the structure.
Right.
Such consistent mastication.
I'm just wondering, where does it go? You know, you're not supposed to swallow gum. What about letting gum slowly trickle into your very bloodstream?
It becomes part of you. Get that goma arms.
Yeah. Relevant. Well, Netflix is about to ruin that. So you're saying this guy is a few chews away from superpowers?
I think so, yeah, or certain death.
The Justice League's going around the table talking about how they got their powers. Oh, how'd you get your powers? Oh, I'm an alien prodigy president. What about you? Oh, Gamma experiment gone wrong. How about you? Oh, I'm the king of the magical ocean. What about you? Oh, I chewed a lot of gum. Just chewed a lot. Check this out.
Can't get enough of this stuff. My mother, I used to drive her crazy.
Everyone's got cool superhero origin stories, and one guy is basically just a Willy Wonka ticket recipient. And is this just what's that girl's name from Willy Wonka who chews the gum?
Oh, Violet? You're turning Violet?
Violet. Why did I think her name was Aruka 7? Which is like a
Veruca
weird...
Salt was the other girl.
Veruca Salt was the other. She's the blueberry, or is the gum girl the blueberry?
Gum girl is the blueberry.
Veruca Salt's the TV girl?
Veruca Salt is the daddy, I want it now.
Okay, yeah. Does she wear a cowboy hat in one scene?
TV boy is cowboy hat boy.
I gotta rewatch this movie. They're all forming together like a piece of gum I've been chewing around for in my head.
Multiple flavors.
In my mind, Willy Wonka was just Charlie and like 5 other kids that were sort of a hideous amalgamation in one child.
Sort of. Well, that was the gum that she had that made her turn blue. It was a whole 4-course meal.
Yep.
All those flavors mixed up. Yeah, you don't mess around with that juju.
No.
Juju fruit.
No. And they really should have just pushed the TV girl off of the boat into the Turd River along with Humpty or whatever his name was. Olaf.
Augustus,
yeah, I knew it was Lars. I knew it was some just terrible, stereotypical Eastern European name. Do you have a review?
I do have a review. I've got an Amazon review for an Asics men's solid modified singlet. This is a wrestling singlet, not a running/racing singlet. I don't know what it means when it says modified. I don't know how it has been modified.
For aerodynamics.
Potentially this could be like a sprinter singlet, like a full spandex. Some sprinters wore those. I was like, you don't give me the half tights and then give me a loose top so it can breeze around my little waif-like body.
The closer to a superhero cape I can be out there,
absolutely,
the better, folks.
Here's a review from Arto Dig. They titled their review, I had a friend try it on. Art didn't title their review. They just gave it to us all in the body. So Art wrote, I had a friend try it on as he is the slim I am working back down to. So I can judge or rate as I saw him in it. I have a lot of body fat to get back off thanks to the illegal and stupid lockdowns, closed gyms, and hiking spots for nearly 3 years. Anyway, I will be backed on by the end of this year, 2023. But my friend is the correct slim size, and after seeing him wear it, it looks just the way I was expecting. 3 stars.
I got a lot to say about that review.
Yeah,
A lot comes to mind with that one. Did you have anything that jumped out to you?
Oh, there's a
before we
lot
cut?
there.
Yeah, it's a lot.
I'm assuming we're going to say some of the same things.
Yeah. Well, the one that really hit me is my brother. I was locked down on that lockdown. I'm a big man who has struggled with yo-yoing weight throughout his life. My weight during COVID was maintained. Not that I don't have sympathy for people that went on lockdown, got depressed, gained some weight for any reason, depression or otherwise. But you can't be blaming the government for getting a punch, my guy. It's just no way to live your life. I got that off my chest. I'm glad.
That's good. I feel good. I feel lifted.
I feel great. It's also cool to have goal weight clothes. I have some old clothes I keep around thinking that's gonna fit me someday, and I think that's a positive thing.
I would agree.
But even if your friend is your goal weight, you don't have the same body type. You just never could, unless they're your brother or something.
Yeah, everyone's body is all their bones. They got different bones. I don't know if you know about this. They came out of a different factory, came out of a different bone maker.
You mean when your mom's pregnant, they don't just kind of shove the bones up there for the baby to take and put, you know?
Yeah, here you go. The baby knows what to do with these. It's a mystery to science, but somehow it all works out in the end.
Oh, doctor, can we get some longer femurs? Long femurs running my family.
They're on layaway right now. We'll see if you can delay the pregnancy a bit.
Here, you can use this turkey baster instead. Those are about the same size.
But yeah, everyone's different. Everyone's muscles and bones and everyone wears however much weight or muscle they have a bit differently.
Everyone how they carry themselves is someone can have a shirt extremely not fit and then stand up straight and it fits really nice. You know, it's just there's a lot more variables than that. Guy is the number I want to be.
Their torsos being longer than their legs being longer than their torsos.
I could lose 100 pounds and I would still have childbearing hips and freakishly huge shoulders. They're just things I cannot change. And honestly, some of those things are the things I like most about myself. I love my big fat ass and my big huge hips.
Some people are naturally inclined to have big old honking necks that are just like tree trunks.
Right. And then some people are like Vegeta from his first appearance. He grows into it, though. Thanks, animators.
All that aside, though, I think, it is indicative of something that he's like, well, I saw my friend wear this. And he's got just the body I'm looking for.
Right. You think there's a lot that his subconscious is putting forward there.
Potentially. Also, that's a 3-star. It was a 3 out of 5. I don't know how to read that necessarily.
That
it looks
is
how I was
strange.
expecting 3 stars.
Where's the lack of 2 stars coming from? His anger with the government? His misplaced rage at the government? I got plenty of rage at the government, don't tell me, but getting tubby during COVID is not one of the reasons I target them. Yeah, that review's like infinitely funny. There's so much to say and there's so much just not to say.
Just to shake your head and grin.
You wanted something, an item of clothing for your goal weight. You couldn't have your friend put on a t-shirt or a pair of jeans? It had to be a wrestling singlet?
Yeah.
Where did it fit him nicely? That's what I want to know. You know, there's not a lot of details about how it fit him. But you keeping those to yourself?
Hey, he's the correct slim size.
Now you are the ideal slim size. Let me take some pictures of you so I can put it in my goal book. Put this wrestling unitard on. This is my goal weight unitard.
Oh, yeah.
I like the way it pinches there. Okay, I've got a review. Where is it? I have a review, and this one made me feel a lot of magic. It's from Amazon. It is for the product. Magic Eraser Extra Durable Cleaning Pads with Durafoam 7 count.
Let's go.
That's like Mr. Clean himself is staring right at me. He's holding his hand forward. He's got a magic eraser, and he says 4 times stronger with Durafoam TM. Thank God, Mr. Clean. KCK. Man, they're going to tell us all about him. They title it, They're, well, magic. They write, if you're used to these, if you've used these, you know they're great, and you're just reading reviews for entertainment. For you guys, I have a joke. One muffin said to the other muffin, is this oven getting hotter? The second muffin says, oh my gosh, a talking muffin. For the rest of you, these spongy things will allow you to get surfaces in your home clean that you had previously resigned yourself to being filthy forever. They sort of disintegrate as you use them, a common theme in my reviews, I guess.
Yeah.
A lot like those block erasers you used to use in school. So for heavy cleaning jobs, you may burn through one of these in not much time. That said, they're worth it, and if you haven't tried one and you're not quite sold on spending the money, ask your friends if any of them have one, and just ask to try it out. If they're as nerdy as I am, they'll be a little too excited to show you how great they are, and then you can make your own determination. 5 stars.
Okay, we got some things to cover there. Couldn't find a better joke than the gosh darn talking muffin.
Gosh darn talking muffin. I think we could find a better punchline for that on the spot.
Yeah. Probably.
Probably. Is this oven getting hotter? The second muffin says, oh my god, I'm burning alive! that was a lot better. So, and it's even sort of the same joke. Like, oh my god. The reality of these muffins being in an oven is more realistic than you can imagine. Because if they could talk, they would scream.
They can feel.
I'm a muffin, I have no mouth, but I must scream. My favorite sci-fi story.
So twisted.
What else is there? There's so much.
We all know these aren't like, it's not like a sponge that's just really good at soaking up all the dirt and the scum that's built up on whatever you're cleaning, right? We all know that.
Mm-hmm.
We know that it's an abrasive. It's just kind of wearing away at whatever you're rubbing it on.
Right. It's very much like a pencil eraser.
Like an eraser.
Where it sort of just sucks the dirt, makes part of it dirty, and then the dirty part disintegrates into something disposable. It's sort of a suck. It's a sort of a pad for sucking dirt.
Yeah, right.
Sucking and disintegrating. The
Both
disintegration is part of the function.
I guess the main thing, aside from having to tell it, like, are we being shamed for reading reviews for entertainment, or are we being pandered to? That was just a bit bizarre.
Yeah, I do.
Like, here's some peanuts, monkeys.
I do not like it when strangers tell me how I feel, what I'm doing.
Mm-mm.
You know what I mean? You don't know me. You don't know the thousands of people that are reading this review. And so what if they're reading it for entertainment? Is it almost, that makes me think, is it almost a defense mechanism? She's getting ahead of the judgment here. She says, hey, if you're just reading this review for entertainment, well, gee willikers, aren't you a funny guy? Here's a funny little joke for you.
I'm not here for this. All this attention.
Right. Sort of when your friend shows you a drawing and they're like, oh, this is just a doodle.
You're like, well, I'm not going to look at it. It's a piece of crap. Well, it's just a doodle.
It's just you take it, crumple it up, throw it in the garbage. Oh, it's just a doodle.
Here, let me doodle on it some.
I thought where I come from, doodle meant garbage, and then you spit on their little. Is this your doodle book? You take their sketchbook and look through it. Ah, a bunch of doodles. That's the same thing. Oh. You want to write a review? Well, this is just a joke to me. Well, I said it's a joke in the review.
Yeah.
No, I think she's wearing that muffin joke like an armor. But she knows not. The muffin armor is flimsy.
And yeah. When you're a self-described nerd, but you don't really indicate what type of nerd, though you still make it clear you're like a weird one.
Yeah, that nerd sentence, I'll just read it. They ask your friends to try it out. If they're as nerdy as I am, they'll be excited, a little too excited to show you how great they are, and you can make your own determination. I don't like unsolicited advice from reviews either. That isn't about the product. If this was like, if the magic eraser isn't working for you, put it in the microwave for 3 seconds, some sort of life hack.
Right.
Obviously, don't put your magic eraser in the microwave. That's not what I mean. Do not do that. But something like that where it's like, this is a cool little tip. That's great. When it's like, well, if you don't want to try it, then you should go ask a friend to try it. It's like,
ask your neighbors. They'll be delighted.
Now I got homework from this review. Now I got chores to do after reading this review.
If they're total freaks like I am, they're going to ask you how it went. How'd that run through go? Boy, show me the before and the after. I don't know how the magic eraser worked for you.
I went on the secret freak community online forum where all the freaks are allowed to talk, and I talked about magic eraser, and they all said yes. Tell them to ask us to use ours. So I have it on good authority that every freaky little nerd like me will do exactly as I say. Yeah, I don't like that.
No.
There's just a lot of putting assumptions on the reader, on other freaks. As another freak, I don't want people asking for my magic eraser. I want to be left alone.
I don't know that there's other magic eraser loaning freaks out there. There's not like public bathrooms full of people just scrubbing fervently, hoping someone's going to come join them. I don't think so.
If a friend asks me, hey, can I use a magic eraser because they knew I had them on hand, I would just say yeah. But if a friend has got a whole little story. Well, I read this Amazon review, and I'm not sure if I want to try them.
I'm just not sure if they're right for me.
I'm not sure if they're right for me, but the review suggests that I ask a friend. At that point, one, they're probably not going to be my friend in the first place because I'm not going to tolerate that kind of behavior in the circle of trust. You know what I mean? That's sussy baka to me, as the kids say. But just ask. Don't make a production out of it. But don't let me tell you that. Don't let me give you unsolicited advice. Casey is doing this. Casey's unsolicited advice is making me give unsolicited advice. It's like a virus.
It's spreading its foulness.
Much like the advice also unsolicited. Coincidence? I don't even know anymore. I don't know where we are. Let's take a break.
Bye.
Hey everybody, thank you for listening to our lovely little podcast. If you'd like to go above and beyond in supporting our show, or have the most fabulous conversation starter since sliced bread, go to reviewparty.com. Click on shop and explore some fabulous t-shirt designs.
Where's your favorite place to wear a t-shirt?
On my body.
Mine is at the store.
That is a good place to wear a t-shirt. Reviewparty.com. Click shop.
Why stop there?
Don't stop now.
Don't stop me now, because I'm buying a t-shirt. I'm buying a shirt.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the second half of the episode, and welcome to me, you and meme reviews. Me, you, and meme reviews.
I know they are explicitly on a sort of a schedule. You know when you're going to do the next one.
I do.
And I should know too. I know, but it always surprises me. It's always already.
It's a mix. It's like already, but also like nope. It's been like I'll feel like it's coming up, and then I'll look. I'm like, oh no, there's I've got weeks.
Mm-hmm.
But here we are, me, you, and meme reviews. What is that, dear Oracle? You ask. Me, you, and meme reviews is the segment where we look at those products that got meme, cult, godlike followings online for just their obscurity and their inanity and their insanity, based on the product or the reviews or a combination thereof. What might some examples be? I don't know, Brent. What might some examples be?
Three Wolf Moon.
Oh.
Poo Poo Pants Gummy Bears.
Oh no.
Those pants that the lady fell off a mountain when she was wearing.
All sorts of things. We got the Bic for her pen up in this mother.
That's a big one.
How to Avoid Huge Ships. I read that book. I read it cover to cover, the inside too.
But that one's like a special niche meme review. That one you don't know it's got meme reviews until you read it and you're like, this is a smorgasbord of funny reviews.
Yeah. Today we're heading it off at the pass. This one is a bit of a classic, a throwback. It is the Archie McPhee accoutrement horse head mask.
Oh, this is like the horse head mask is like a meme that predates memes.
Kinda is, yeah. This goes back a bit.
If lull to random culture is like proto meme culture, I think that's when the horse mask really had its heyday.
That shouldn't make me laugh as much as it does. I remember. It seems, unfortunately, I'm getting ahead of myself. What we do in meme reviews is the first week we break down the history as well as some reviews of the product. Second week, we review the product ourselves to give it an honest and earnest review. And a funny one as well.
We show them how it's done. Both in, this is how you do a review if you wanted a serious good review of this product. And this is how you would do a review if you wanted to be funny. We show them all up. We become kings in the second week. We are nothing but court gestures. Court gestures to kings is how we do it around here.
Rags to riches, baby. Now, so for this one, it seems like, unfortunately, they may have scrubbed the review page, or maybe they changed the listing for the accoutrement-specific mask. There are a lot of copycats out there, folks. Beware. Beware.
You, if you're getting a cheap plastic horse mask for Halloween, rubber, I might say, you got to get the name brand, or else you're just going to make a fool of yourself at the Halloween party.
People are going to know. They're going to be able to tell. You skipped. All that said, there's obviously plenty of weird blog posts and quote news articles and Reddit posts over the years. I have a page from equineinc.com. So just regular horse people were talking about this jazz. But this review from Byronic Hero is the one that I remember stirring me greatly. It's from December 3rd, 2012. Byronic Hero titles their review, "My Transformation is Complete." They write, "It is day 87 and the horses have accepted me as one of their own. I have grown to understand and respect their gentle ways. Now I question everything I thought I once knew, and I fear I am no longer capable of following through with my primary objective. I know that those who sent me will not relent. They will send others in my place. But we will be ready." 5 stars. Over 3,000 people found that helpful.
That's a funny review.
That's a funny. I got some other ones to just mosey on through. This one is from Saint Sky. They title the review, "Look at that big guy go." They write, "I love this thing. It helps me pull one quality prank after another on vacation. Horse loose in the cabin, horse drives truck, horses in a window seat on a 737, horse repairs propane tanks. The video shows the best gag when Mr. Horse got into the lake. Note, not a comment on the water durability of the mask. I kept it above the water." And there is indeed a video attached to this Amazon review of a shirtless man with a mask on, standing about nip deep in water. But to continue, the mask is pretty wearable. If you have a big head like me, the mask sort of form fits in the jaw area and is surprisingly comfortable and stable. You can sort of see out too, at least enough to be able to walk around. I would not suggest Mr. Horse cook on the grill or work near high-speed machinery, though. 5 stars.
I think the way that mask fits a little too good. As soon as I feel comfortable in the horse mask, I start to have second thoughts.
Sort of that goosebumps.
Yep.
Crazy mask.
How long until I think, oh, I'm a little more comfortable in this mask than without it? And the steps after that, oh, they don't contain that in the horror movie synopsis.
I'm comfortable with no shirt on, no pants on. A bell around my neck? Why not? I don't care if that's for cows.
One day, try and take that mask off, and what is this? There's no point where my body ends and the mask begins. It's all one thing.
I am Horseman now.
Yeah, and then your friends come and see you, and all you can do is neigh, but
carrots.
and show them with your cold, sad eyes what's happened.
Yeah. Alas, not everyone has had that same experience. Louise Polanco titles their review, "Best in My Life. My wife threw this away after a couple of months, but man, what a couple of months those were. Best in my life. This mask is so effing big, an unstoppable conversation piece to say the least. Instant comedy, absolutely a delight. 5 stars." I think that's a common theme of husbands getting this and wives just being disapproving.
Bring me back to 2012, where life was so simple you could put on a horse mask and have the best day of your life.
This. Here is a review from Josh. Josh titles in all caps, "Lord forgive me, I have sinned," and writes, "It was not originally what I came to Amazon for. I did not know that this was my purpose. I did not know that the Lord had delivered me here so that the drones could deliver me my sheath of anonymity. The Lord bestoweth me with the blessing that I have deserved. Lord, forgive me, for I have sinned. When Jessica came in to greet me, she proceeded to give me some kisses that the Lord knew I did not want. I fought the urge to want to kiss Jessica back, but Lord, Satan tempted me. But through the Lord I find strength. I knew she was a no-good Bible defiler, but the devil's cabbage that we smoked made the temptation too great, even against my best resistance that I could muster. Lord, why have you forsaken me? Is thy upset at me for being a good servant to you? Praise you and forgive me for my blasphemous tongue. I shall walk with the Lord, and that is my purpose. I love you, Lord. Bless me, please. Horse mask was made of nice material. 10 out of 10, 5 stars.
See, these sometimes I'm really excited for your review because the reviews are funny, but they're not sort of in our flavor. I'm excited to get the Matt treatment, but these are all reviews that are like, man, these guys, we would hang out with these guys.
Yeah. I'll do maybe 1-2 more. Here's Barbie Dubois. Staggering good value. What can I say about this that hasn't already been said about the wheel or penicillin? It's a life changer. My husband and I have incorporated the horse mask into our lovemaking. Consider this marriage saved. Coincidentally, my hepatitis is gone now. Staggering value. Big thumbs up, 5 stars.
I'm staggered. Consider me staggered.
I think I'll end with this one. I do have a couple of reviews mixed in for a knockoff version. The Molezu horsehead mask. Creepy. This one comes to us from Bert, who titles their review, "There's no eye hole, just the nostrils and mouth? Is this a joke?" And Bert writes, "What kind of mask doesn't have eye holes? Are you trying to get people hit by cars?" 1 star. I don't know, Bert. I think it's just for fun.
I think if dude saw how the Big Bird suit worked, he might have an aneurysm.
Oh, man. Big Bird's high tech.
Yeah, Big Bird's got pulls and levers going on, brother. Let me tell you that. Eye holes are secondary in that mamacita.
So that's a taste of the horse head mask. I did quite recently, see a commercial where one of these suckers was featured, an Amazon commercial, and the guy had a horse mask. I found another video. I'm sure you can read all about them in the blog if you want to find out all about. There's a blog. Go read it.
You mean there's sort of a companion piece to this week's segment
That's
the internet that you could read?
Where can you find that? I don't know.
I think reviewparty.com.
That's the place.
Imagine that. What would a teacher call it? Supplemental material to the podcast. If you're thinking, wow, I love this horse head shit, I want some more.
It's going to be there.
We've got you covered.
Giddy up, as they say.
Okay, that's as funny as we're going to be in this segment.
Tune in next week.
Yep. Tune in next week. Read the blog. Tune in next week. We'll have more horse action.
More horseplay.
Matt, I said that's the funniest we're going to be. Don't make me a liar. I got a review full of truth. Full of justice.
Okay.
Full of Tokyo, Japan. That's right. We're going back to Yelp, Japan. I'm saying fuck it. I was on maybe I shouldn't exhaust the Yelp Japan thing. And now I'm on, let's do Yelp Japan every goddamn week. One thing about Yelp Japan is it usually features very lovely reviews. Reviews that sometimes we don't even have much funny stuff to say because it's just a good review. And I like that about it. It's a nice change of pace. But in that, I think we need to change the pace of the pace.
Oh?
That's being paced. I've got a review that's absolute dog shit here for Costco Wholesale in Chiba, Japan, just between Tokyo and the Narita Airport, if I'm not mistaken, this Costco is. Alex K has this review. One of the worst customer service experiences I have ever had, ranks up there with the, quote, Whole Foods incident, unquote. So my sister renewed my card, which is on a family plan. I trusted this would work well and decided to stop by this Costco while on a huge trip out of the city. So everything had to go well, or else it would be a wasted trip. Erring on the side of caution. I guess I learned something new from this review. I decided to ask the front desk about my member status anyway. Sure enough, I knew they would screw it up, and they did. The lady stared at the screen in confusion, and after a few minutes of squabbling amongst each other, claimed my card was now invalid. I protested that it was on the family plan and indeed had been renewed, but they claimed I could not prove that. So now they are resorting to blaming the customer and insinuating the customer is lying. And the issue was with, quote, America. They continued to blame, quote, America until I shouted them down, saying it's not a problem with, quote, America. It's a, quote, Costco problem.
Okay.
That shut them up before it took another 5-minute wait as they issued a temporary pass. The next day they called back to tell me that my card was indeed activated. So all this was completely unnecessary, and blaming a country is just plain unprofessional. Oh, and for the cherry on top, they refused to let me buy only one box of muffins. You are not even allowed to do so. You have to carry 2 heavy boxes or none at all, and I was carrying them home by hand. As a loyal customer of this place since I was in grade school, absolutely shameful, Costco. Avoid at all, quote, costs. 1 star.
Well, hang on, though. Come on, we all heard that, didn't we, listeners? This Costco was a huge trip outside of town.
Mm-hmm.
But you're carrying the box home in your hands? Maybe public transit. I don't know for sure. I have not been. But...
Let me enlighten the situation with my own Costco Japan experience.
Okay.
Costco Japan for a expat, for the expats as we call ourselves, expatriates. We hate Tom Brady. The going to Costco is a big deal because one, you know you have to get a lot. Two, you're going to be able to get a lot of things you can't normally get, and you have to buy a lot of them. And three, you have to get all that back on public transit, most likely.
Okay. Unless
you got a homie with a car, which most expats don't have. Sometimes you get your Japanese homie to give you a ride. But usually, you know, there's going to be logistics to this trip, not unlike an IKEA trip, that you got to figure out beforehand. And that's sort of, if you don't know that, that's on you. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I went to Costco with a big duffel bag and a backpack. My other friends went with boxes. And one friend bought wholesale grapes and had a case of grapes on the train back with her. No one batted any eyelashes.
I was going to say, that's probably just, that's part of the landscape, more or less.
Right. People know. People are like, oh yeah, this is the Costco train line. There's a Costco 2 stops away. This is a little Costco homie. You know what I'm saying? Just like you're on the train line that goes to Tokyo Disney, you see some dude in little Mickey Mouse ears, this middle-aged man, you're not going to think, wow, that's a weirdo. You're going to think, oh, Disney's right down the road. Man's on his way. If you even give it a thought, which you don't because you're minding your own business on the train to Japan, as you should. But yeah, for this, that all is to say, for such a big trip, you wanted to buy a box of muffins?
How many? Wait, maybe 24 max? But muffins ain't lead weights, my guy.
No.
You can handle a couple of boxes.
Can you imagine working at a grocery store, someone ripping open a box of, I don't know, things that come in a box, fruit snacks, putting a package of fruit snacks in front of you and say, I want that. Oh, my brother in Christ, where do I scan the UPC? Like, it's just not how it works. I'm sorry.
Individual resale.
And that's sort of Costco's whole thing. It sounds to me like Alex is sort of missing Costco's whole thing. He's very stuck on the membership that he forgets what the membership is
clouding
for.
His judgment. He's just he probably felt like his sister like stuck him with the, oh, you said you were going to renew and you didn't, and now I'm stuck paying. I'm not going to fall for that again, sis. I do think it is hilarious that they're like, it's America. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. There's something wrong with America. Not wrong.
There's a lot of missing context, and I think it's that his sister in America updated the family plan, and he wanted his Japan plan to be updated, which I think is how it's supposed to work. I think he's right there. But God forbid it takes a goddamn day for the computer to update the paperwork across the country. Is sort of where I'm at with it.
Yeah, that data's gotta span the Pacific.
And my dude is looking for trouble. He went up to the desk with an attitude. That is very clear from the between the lines of this review.
Yeah.
You couldn't make a telephone call before your big trip, buddy.
Yeah, and you approached them because you had a feeling something might go wrong.
Mm-hmm. Self-fulfilling prophecy, I think. Yeah, man. Just if you're going to Costco, Japan, looking for a fight, you're going to get one.
And the Whole Foods reference. I'm guessing he probably has another review for Whole Foods somewhere.
That was my guess too. I was too afraid.
That's all right. No, we got plenty from him right there. We don't need any more of that volatility.
Yeah. Alex K's got quite a few reviews to here. According to his bio, he is shuffling every day.
Oh boy.
Over 5 pages, I gotta go to look in this lore that apparently all his very, very diligent review fans are enjoying.
I'm gonna scream them down.
Yeah, if you are using "I scream them down" in a positive annotation, that's not a thing you can say someone did.
Nope,
for positive results.
You are a bad person.
Yeah,
I don't know if you're aware of that. You're probably not aware of it, but you're a bad person.
The thing it gets me, I'm sure this person would tell a child, "Hey, you don't shout to get your way. You don't raise your voice to get your way." And then the next day telling their friends, "Yeah, I shouted those bastards down until I got my way." Great job, brother. Goofiness. Do you have any endgame goofiness here?
I got some endgame goof. I got an Amazon review for cheddar cheese powder by Hoosier Hill Farm, 1 pound container. This stuff looks just dope. Let me do the old cop just so you can get your eyes on this. It's so beautiful. Oh, did I copy the entire?
That's okay.
I don't know how I did that. I copied the whole review.
I'm here. I'm looking at it. The cheese powder. It looks like a beautiful little glass thing of cheese.
Yeah. This is a review from Jeffrey Ross. They titled their review, "Yellow number 5 and 6 food additive sensitivities. Beware." And they write, "Highly processed cheese containing yellow number 5 and 6. If you are sensitive to those ingredients, stay away." I made sampling bowls to try it for my family, and first, off the bat, the color actually glows. Not to mention, no flavor. Thirdly, and most importantly, it made my husband so sick he thought he was having a heart attack when we entered for an afternoon walk after consuming small bowls of this Frankenstein food. Never again, total waste of time and money, 1 star.
I need to know, how did they prepare it? Did they mix water in this powder and then put it in a bowl and
take a little sippy sip?
Take a sip of this cheese and water?
That's probably going to make anyone sick.
Have this salt water. Have this cheese-flavored salt water. With things you're allergic into. Oh, you got sick? Must be the product's fault.
Honey, what were you allergic to again? Peanuts? Okay, let's try out this peanut. Let's put out some sample bowls to try it.
Let's go to the George Carver...
George Washington Carver.
Yeah.
Where he's buried in peanuts.
He's got a whole memorial/museum/peanut activity house. I don't know if that's true, but he should. Take your friends that are allergic to peanuts there.
Oh, wait, what? They're not holding up so well? 1 star. 1 star, that sucker.
Oh, you're allergic to peanuts? Oh, let's go down to the George Washington Carver Memorial Pool that's filled with peanut butter. See how you like it.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe when you have allergies to food and chemicals, yeah, you should read the ingredients.
Who knows they have their husbands allergic to yellow dyes, not just one, multiple yellow dyes, and then forces them to ingest some yellow food.
Eat it. Look, it looks like it's glowing. I don't care. Eat it. We're gonna go out. We need to go out for a walk soon. Eat it.
You know, when I call something glowing, it's usually a compliment.
Yeah. For me, it is. Oh, you're glowing tonight.
Oh, darling, this mac and cheese you made is glowing.
It's literally wow. How'd you do that? Hoosier Hill? Oh, no doubt. I've seen that electric orange shining from the cabinet.
It is. Man, you think they put more worry about the color than in the flavor here?
They must. They're like, how can we get this stuff to just look like it's a literal cartoon?
Oh my god, their white cheddar is literally white. Their white cheddar looks like a thing of sugar. Send you it. That's scary. Oh my, yeah, the little like, oh, here's a beautiful container of it. It looks like snow.
Yeah, it's like pigment you would use to mix paint.
Yeah, and white cheddar isn't white, folks. It's one of those things where it's just very.
It's just what it's called.
In comparison to the regular cheddar, which is yellow by definition, you could call it yellow, just like you call orange. In comparison, it looks white side by side, but sort of on its own, white cheddar is in fact just yellow, like any other cheddar.
Faint yellow, yeah.
Anything to say about this cheese?
Not too much. Just, oh my god, that cheddar cheese powder is even oranger.
Oh. Oh, I see. The Big Daddy Mac mix?
Big Daddy is something, but there's a cheddar cheese.
There's a straight cheddar, huh?
Is that not what it's a different cheddar than I'm looking at, but
yeah, this is the cheddar.
Yeah.
Nothing better cheddar.
It's the cheese lovers 2.5 pounds.
We put some extra yellow dye in there for the real cheese lovers.
We got 5, 6, and 7 in this sucker. You may die, but hey, you got you won't have a milk mustache. You'll just have like a Kool-Aid mouth of orange.
You'll just look like fucking Chester Cheetah by the time you're eating this.
Dangerously cheesy. Seriously, dangerously.
Dangerously cheesy. But seriously, folks, please see your doctor. All right, that's enough of this review party stuff. I'm sick of it. Fucking sick. Actually,
are you allergic?
Yeah, actually, I'm just allergic to yellow dye. So let's please end this episode before I allegedly have a heart attack. Thank you, listener. New episodes every Tuesday. That's right. # Tuesday Reviews Day. Check out your little favorite little place to listen to a little podcast. Tuesday in the AM, and it'll be there waiting for you. Comedy all over it. And you can subscribe, follow, whatever that button is, wherever you're listening. You can hit it, and you can get a hot reminder that that a new episode is out. If you made it this far in the episode and you're not subscribed, do yourself a favor. It's not even for me anymore, all right? Get your life in order. You can make things a little easier on yourself, and I care about you, and I want you to do that.
Be cool for once.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry, I'm still kind of living in the review a little bit. Because not that we want to make fun of allergies or people feeling like they're suffering from heart attacks, but... Can you imagine? Oh, man, I had the equivalent of a Cheeto, and I feel like I'm gonna die.
It's the factor that makes it allowed to be funny. I think is that my wife gave me a Cheeto. My wife gave me a Cheeto coated in poison, and then she made me go for a walk.
She wants to end me now. He's just sweating profusely on that walk.
No, I'm doing great, honey. Yeah. I love Cheetos.
Gotta get back. If you want to persevere, if you want to survive, you want to pull through all odds against all yellow dyes, then the only way to do it is to follow us on social media at reviewparty.com on Instagram and TikTok, and at reviewpartypod on X. X-Files, X-Men,
X-Butt,
X on Family Feud,
X-Wives for the very many that
XYZ.
The CEO has.
Or you can go to the aforementioned reviewparty.com. You can read about horse masks. You can read about the ugly Garfield cat. It's all. There's all the episodes. There's all the blog posts. There's so much for you to read and see there. It is frankly stunning. It's baffling.
It's so scary.
People are going there. We're getting clicks. Don't you want to be one of those clicks to the site? I would love for you to be one of those clicks, listener.
And let me highlight this week the Instagram, reviewparty.com. Matt puts out all kinds of content, and it's always good. And I'm starting to... I never want to say this word, because I feel like it can be such copium, but I'm starting to think we may be shadow banned for no good reason. Because I think we put out a lot of consistent content, and I think it's not even showing it to the homies. So please, homie, if you like Instagram and you like reviewparty.com, follow us every weekday around noon Central. Matt's dropping a lovely little post on there. It's Monday 1-star reviews. Tuesday it's something. Wednesday there's a video on there. Thursday it's like a blog poster, like a hey, check this out. Friday it's a 5-star review, and they're all good and they're all funny. Go leave it some likes so we can make Instagram. No, we're doing the quality shit, not that spam shit. But yeah, I always think we don't indulge enough into demanding things from our listeners. So there's that. Here's another demand. Nosebleeds. Go listen to them. We use their song Bread for Breakfast as our theme song because they're very nice and let us use it. So be nice to them. And yeah, go listen to their music. And honestly, it's not even nice to them. It's nice to you because that music's good. That's enough out of me. Let's hear from Steam. Because I got a final review submitted by the lovely Tatiana Bailey. Thank you, Tat.
Thank you.
This is a Steam review for The Sims 3 from Sub9240. They have 109 hours played at the time of review and 202 hours on record. They write, it's great if you want to have a family with less commitment. Recommended.
It's valid, true.
That is a solid 200 hours of not committing to shit.
I mean, you can unplug them at any time.